Hey, it's Kevin. I'm back with another video. We're going to be working on knife number 3. This is going to take me a while because I'm going to try to do a couple of them at one time. We're going to cut some more of that leaf spring up and give it another shot and see if we can correct some of the mistakes we might have made on knife number 2 and see if we've gotten any better at building them. So we're going to try 2 at one time now and see what happens. Let's get to it. Starting to look like a knife. We're going to try to get 2 of them. I know they're not going to be exactly the same, but we're going to do our best to make them as nice as we can. I'm not actually throwing both of them in the fire at one time. I'm laying one across the top, and then I'm taking the other one and just laying it across the burner. That way it don't get too hot, because I'm not that fast. I definitely give these guys credit, these ones that do the forging, because my forearm is just killing me. Probably bit off more than I could chew. You know? Probably bit off more than I could chew here. Now I cut both of my knives off the pole so I could do the handle. Now, like I said before, nobody needs to be learning off of me. These videos are just about me learning how to do a knife. And these are the third. This will be 3 and 4 that I've made, but don't try to learn off of me. To get these thinner than I had them last time, because there was a lot of grinding and it was pretty heavy. Now this is how I got the bent on the handle. I just kind of tap this down. I kind of like the bent on the handle. We're just about done with these, about almost as much as I could get done with them, and I'm gonna be cutting them off. I want the end of the handle kind of in an angle, so I'm gonna beat this out a little bit thinner. I'm trying to get them thin as I can. I'm trying to taper the back end down a little bit. I want to try to get these about the same size. So I'm just going to lay that one on top of that one. I'm going to take about that much off. And that should give me just about the same identical knife. Now I'll work on the ends of them. We're going to go ahead and drill these out and get them tempered while the forge is going. That way we don't have to worry about firing it back up. Good to go. Number 2. Well, that looks like that. Now we got 2 of them. They're tempered. Now we got a lot of sanding to do, so we'll rub a little bit of that oil on my handle there. I think it'll hurt anything. I think I got these probably as good or maybe a little better than I had the other ones, or the other one. So hopefully we can make 2 really decent looking knives out of these. I mean, they're pretty straight. I mean, from what I could see, they look pretty straight. No cracks that I can see. So our next step is going to be grind, grind, grind. And I'm thinking I'm going to build a jig for these this time. Because the last time I did it freehand, it wasn't too bad. But I think if I did a jig on there, I think I could make them a lot better. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a jig and set it up on that 1x30 sander. Well, the belt sander left some scratches in the blade, and I'm trying to get them out with some finer sandpaper because I don't have really that fine a paper from my belt sander. So I've been just doing it by hand, trying to get them all out. But I'll give you a little peek of what this blade looks like so far. We got the other one right here, and as you can see, there hasn't been nothing done to it yet. So we did a little bit on one side because I've been trying a new bevel. So as you can see the difference in the blade, and I'm just trying to sand the scratches out of it. And we're going to be working on this one today. I think this one I just about got done. I still have some forging marks in there, but I really don't care about them. I got some down the edge, down through here, and that just lets you know that it's a homemade knife. So this one's pretty much done. We just got a little bit more sanding on the blade, and then we'll get her buffed out. So I'm going to get started on this one, and then we'll get on our handles. Alright, there we have both of the knives. This one was the real big bevel, and this was the next one that I made, the bevel jig. So the next time I'm going to make one not quite as sharp as this one, not quite as steep as that, maybe a little less of a bevel, and I might have it, but I'm going to keep this one too. I like that bevel. That worked out real good on that knife. This one I had for this, I'll probably get rid of it. I'll just tear it, cut it back apart, and make it a little bit smaller than this one here. So I got this one roughed out, so all I got to do now is get it the finer sandpaper to it, and we have almost the exact same bevel on both sides of this one. Almost exactly the same. So tomorrow we'll get them finished sanded up. Hopefully we get started on our handles. All the knives are been sanded. I hand sanded them. I got most of the marks out of them, and it looks pretty nice. I buffed them up a little bit because I noticed last time when I was putting the handles on, up here close to the handle, I couldn't buff it. So I went ahead and buffed them out a little bit and cleaned them up. And I went back over the hill, and if you guys watched the video, Sharpen a Chainsaw, you can see how I got the hunk of wood, which is black walnut. I just went back there and got a big hunk of it off the tree, cut it into a block back there, and then I brought it to the circular saw, and I cut me out some blade, you know, for my handle, just some chunks for my handle. So this black walnut's what we're going to be making the handles out of. I think it's going to be a pretty wood. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the handles for these. This time I did something different with the knife handles because I didn't have them straight on the other, the knife number 2. So what I'm doing now is I'm setting the knife on here like this, and I'm tracing it out, and I'm taking it to the bandsaw and cutting them up. And then I just marked, like this is number 3 knife, this is number 4, this is the top, and then I marked the other one as the bottom. And then I'll set them on the drill press. We'll go ahead and drill them out and mount our, get it sanded up a little bit and mount our pins in there. So I just did a little something different this time to try to get the grain in the same way as the blade. Doing the same thing we did with the last one. Only this time I cut some of the wood off of it. So we'll take this, tap our pin down in there, then we'll drill our other one. We're going to keep doing this until we get both sides done, and that's exactly how we're going to do it. What I've done here is I just took the pins, put them back in there, and took this to the belt sander, both the sides that go towards the blade. That way they're both even. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the blades together, put the knives together, the handles on, and then glue them. That's just my alcohol, because we put oil on these knives and I just want to make sure there's no oil residue on the knife. Just watch when you're wiping, you don't wipe the whole thing off there, your letters. I can still see that one faintly in there, so we'll be okay. We're going to go ahead and mix up some epoxy. One thing about this stuff is you want to make sure you have enough. You got about 5 minutes with that Gorilla Glue. It says 5 minutes anyhow. Do a good thick layer on all the sides. Like I said, this video is not to show you how to do it. This is just how I'm doing it, and I'm just learning. I don't know really too much about the knives. Now I'll put a layer on this side too. So it's just all about learning how to make a knife and to get the best knife that I can. Now if we get a little bit on the top of there, it'll be okay, because we'll just take a razor blade and cut it off. Yeah, I forgot. I should have put some on the pins too. Oh, I'll get this side of the pin real good. Should hold it in there okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and get this one in the vise. Then we'll get started on our next one. Well, I got both of them sanded down pretty good. I think the handles look all right. Both of them turned out really nice. They're that black walnut. And we're going to see when we start putting a clear coat on there, you'll see how nice they turn out. I think they're going to be beautiful. So let's get to putting some stain on, or some clear. That's all I'm going to use is clear. I wrapped some cardboard around these things because I keep getting cut on them. So I put some cardboard around them so they don't get cut, and then I can put them in the vise there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give these guys a nice coat of this clear. I'll get probably 4, maybe 5 coats of this clear on here. And after each coat, I will sand them down to make sure that they're nice and smooth, and gonna be some beautiful knives. There's a little better close up of them after putting one coat of clear. And if you didn't get to see where I got the wood from, check out that video where I sharpened a chainsaw. That's where I get the wood from for these handles. It's an old piece of walnut wood. Well, you don't know how long I've been waiting to get this video over with. This has been a lot of work. I think in both these knives I have about 11 hours each in them, and I do a lot of hand sanding and a lot of hand sanding. So I got 2 knives. I got them both done. This is number 3 knife, and I'll give you a better close-up of them. And this is number 4. This is the 4th knife I did. So I'm going to try to do, I think over these last 3 knives I did, number 4 definitely turned out better. I noticed when I'm doing the bevel, like I'm doing this bevel on here, I noticed the bevel goes from this side, goes up this side, and comes down that side. Well, the reason why is because I need this to be straight, not curved at all. Either straight across or in an angle down. And then I would get a much better bevel on it. And I use a smaller bevel on knife number 4 than I did on knife number 3. So I have learned a lot, and I will make another knife. But I'm going to give you guys a close-up of these 2 knives. I'll show you a little better close-up. Now, I tried to use a stencil to put my initials on this knife, And this one here didn't turn out all so well. But the knife number 4, I'm going to keep. This knife, I'll keep. So it's mine. So I messed it up, but it's mine. And I'll show you guys what they look like. Alright, this is a little better close-up of the knives. This is knife number 3. And this knife here, I have given away already. This knife will go to a guy on my channel. His name is Paul Green. Very nice guy. I'm going to send him this knife. He won't pay a dime for it. It's his. And I'm going to ship it out as soon as I get done with this video. So Paul, that's the knife that you're going to get. And I'll be shipping it out here just like I said, shortly, right after the video. I'll get this thing ready to ship out. So you got a beautiful looking knife here, and it's made from the leaf spring, and you got a video. And then this is number 4. Now see, I marked a number 3 on this knife. You can see the number 3 I marked on there. It's right there. Each one of my knives I'll number as I make them. And then on this side, I put my initials on there, which is probably not a great idea. Paul, I hope it didn't screw it up too much for you, but I will be putting my initials on every knife and a number. Then knife number 4, as you can see, I put a 4 in there. But when I went to stencil them, the D didn't turn out right, and I went to stencil again, and it kind of screwed it up. But hey, it's my knife, I don't care. As you can see, the blades on these turned out beautiful. The handles are dark walnut or black walnut, and they turned out really pretty. So that's a close-up of the knives. Hey, if you enjoyed watching this video and you want me to keep making the knives, try to give me a thumbs up so I know you want me to keep making them. I'd like to tell everybody thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Until next time.